Now, I was talking before the break about my brother-in-law and whatnot, and why I get, ladies and gentlemen, I believe in this way of eating. I really do. I've seen so many incredible things with people that eat like this and live like this. I've seen where they've gotten off medications, completely off of drugs. I've seen tremendous weight loss. I've got one of my clients, Jim, who's lost about 75 pounds since about March. I mean, I've got diabetics off of insulin. All this stuff. And yet, it doesn't reach us, this information. So I've got another one in front of me from Albert Einstein College of Medicine. How ketone bodies help against heart disease. This is 7 months ago. It says several ongoing clinical trials are evaluating whether ketone bodies, substances produced during fasting or limited carbohydrate consumption, a low-carb diet, can help against heart disease. In a paper published online on July 5th in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, it says, basic to translational science, Dr. Santulli, MD, PhD, and colleagues looked at how ketone bodies might work at a molecular level to heal ischemic heart disease. It's the heart muscle damaged by a cutoff of oxygen and nutrients that occurs in a heart attack. Their studies involved cardiac specimens from heart failure patients who suffered heart attacks, healthy controls, a mouse model of post-ischemic heart failure, and experiments on cardiac cells. In all cases, the researchers observed that ischemic injury triggered chromatin remodeling that repressed the protein, which is PCG1 alpha. It doesn't, okay. The master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. The mitochondria are the cell's furnaces, the engines where they burn energy, leading to mitochondrial dysfunction and death of cardiac cells. Treatment with ketones, beta-hydroxybutyrate, BHT, the most abundant ketone body in humans, greatly reduced maladaptive remodeling, preserving mitochondrial function and preventing the death of heart tissue. The findings bolster the case for ketone bodies as a possible treatment for heart disease and reveal for the first time the molecular mechanism underlying their beneficial effects. Why haven't you heard that? Now, I know most of my listeners out there are my age or older. And I'm sure you have a cardiovascular doctor. I'm sure of it. Have they told you this? When you go in there and you have all these tests run, blood tests, they come in, we got to get you on a statin drug. Your cholesterol's too high. We got to get you on a blood sugar drug because your blood sugar's too high. You're pre-diabetic or diabetic. One of the 140 million. We've got to get you on more blood pressure medication because the 3 or 4 we've got you on now aren't working well enough. This information is available. It's not just me finding it. Enlighten yourselves. This is lifestyle. Now, I understand this way of, let's say, Lance, you're a unique individual. Not everybody's like you can do this. Yes, you can. If you have a plan. And most of us don't have plans. We have no idea. All we do is go by what TV says, okay, or your buddy or your girlfriend, you know, what they're doing. Have a plan. Get it all figured out. Here's what needs to be in that plan. I guarantee if you're out there and your doctor told you, oh, you need to go and start exercising and get on this good diet like Dr. Fitness and eat like Lance plan, I guarantee you, none of you out there have heard him say that. Now, I've heard him say, people coming to see me, who go to see their doctors with these great results. Well, who's this guy? And they write my name down, never get any calls. They get too busy treating the next patient with more drugs. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm not telling you to stop taking your medication. Believe me. What I'm telling you to do is make these lifestyle changes, diet and exercise, fitness and food, so you get off the medications or greatly reduce them. All you're doing is you're putting your hard-earned money back in Big Pharma's pockets, not yours. You get to the age where you can sit back and enjoy life, and you can't enjoy life because you're sick all the time. That's not cool. In front of me, I've got the 11 significant health benefits of a low-carb diet. One's weight loss. The other one's reduced appetite. Now, this is a good one for you. Imagine not feeling those food crashes and carb cravings. That's the low-carb life. You eat, then you're satisfied for a long time. Once your body has settled into this diet, this way of eating, and it works more efficiently, burning the fats in your food and your body and never embarking on the wild ride that is the high and lows of a carb, sugar-laden diet. Without the sugar peaks and crashings, cravings disappear, and you feel satisfied. Inflammation. Here we go. Inflammation is the body's natural immune response to help heal and fight infection. But too much and persistent inflammation can cause unpleasant symptoms such as pain, joint stiffness, swelling, fatigue, and more acute physiological results. When you're on a low-carb diet and regularly in a state of ketosis, that's where you're burning fat that the body stored, your body produces ketones, specifically beta-hydroxybutyrate, which is a strong anti-inflammatory chemical. BHC helps to inhibit the inflammatory pathways, the COX-2, and also activates certain enzymes, which assist in inhibiting the inflammatory pathways. Additionally, BHT has been shown to exhibit similar effects to pain-relieving drugs like over-the-counter like ibuprofen, Motrin, by inhibiting the COX-2 enzyme. Next one, cholesterol. When you're on a low-carb diet, you produce less insulin. Insulin tells the liver to make what? Cholesterol, triglycerides. It also causes cellular damage in the arteries, inflammation, diabetes, and blood sugar control. When you're eating less carbs, what happens? Blood sugar drops because blood sugar is carbs. Carbs are what? Bread, rice, pasta, corn products, sweets. The average American consumes about 55 to 65% of their diet comes from carbohydrates. I wonder why. Because you're told they're good for you. Go to any grocery store, what do you see down the aisles? Carbohydrate-laden foods. Yeah. Bread, cereals, things in packages, all carbs. Probably 90% of the store foods are carbohydrates. Here's another one. Acne. Yeah. When you eat carbohydrates, it throws off your hormonal balance. A good example is polycystic ovary syndrome. Another is menstrual cramps and menopause. When they're going in menopause, if they have more hormonal balance, it's much easier for them. And finally, migraines. And then cancer treatment, which I mentioned earlier. So these lifestyle things that are, you are the one who can do this. No one can do it for you. You have to predetermine, you have to say in your head, I need to do this. It's good for me and good for my health. I can enjoy my life if I'm not sick all the time.